talk about rediscovering you. Rediscovering you. So we, as humans, of course, we're creatures of habit. We form our habits based upon our preferences and things we like and dislike. But we aren't born with these preferences and these habits, right? We establish them over time. We fumble around and we figure out what we like, what we don't like, what we want to eat, what we don't want to eat, who we want to be around, what work environment we prefer. We learn all these things about ourselves and we develop these preferences. And they lead to our habits and who we are every day and what we do. We develop a routine of what we do every day. And everything seems to be great until life has a way of somehow taking those preferences that we've developed away from us, right? As we get to have more responsibilities in life, we kind of lose ourselves sometime, right? When we have children, when we get married, when we start a business, we may start to lose ourselves a bit, being tied up in that great responsibility of those new roles that we've come to have in our lives. I want to caution you in saying that those things are all great and wonderful. It's a wonderful thing when you can be someone's parent or someone's spouse, when you're responsible for a business. If you're a community leader or a religious leader, it's a great responsibility that you have. And so no wonder you start to lose part of you because you're so concerned with those people and those things, those obligations that you now have. And so you start to lose a bit of who you are. Well, Socrates once said that the unexamined life is not worth living. And I dare to co-sign on that and say that life is not worth living if you're not living for yourself. It's a wonderful thing to be responsible and to be connected to other people and other organizations or businesses in that great way. But what about you? What about you? Before you had children and before you got married and before you started your business and before you got promoted at work, before you were a community leader, you were somebody, you were an individual. You had preferences, you knew who you were, you knew what you liked, and your day was not based upon someone else, right? And what someone else wanted and how someone else felt, but it was all about you. Remember that when it was all about you? Well, you can get back to that place. You can get back to that place. And I say you need to get back to that place because your children, your spouse, your community leaders, your business, none of those things are getting the best of you when you're not at your best. All of those people that you're responsible for, the business you're connected to, all of that needs you to be at your best. And you can't be at your best if you're not in tune with who you are, if you don't know what you like and what you prefer and what you will tolerate. You got to get back in touch with you. Rediscover yourself. Do something today to rediscover yourself. Know what you like, what you prefer, what you want, and find a way to engage in that. Find a way to rediscover yourself, to hone in on those things that make you, you. Because after all, your business was started because you're so fantastic, because you had the foresight and the ingenuity. Your children were birthed from you. Your spouse wanted you because of who you were. So don't lose yourself in all of those responsibilities and all of the great connections that you have today. Don't lose you. You were a very critical part of those things starting in the first place. You were the catalyst for the greatness that you now have in your life. And so I tell you today, don't lose yourself, but do something today to rediscover you.